Hello guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video we are going to be solving a very simple question. The question says the square root of 2m plus 7 is equal to m plus 1, and here we are to find the value for m. Okay, so we have been given a square root sign, that's 2m plus 7 equal to m plus 1. So when you have a square root, like anything with square root, the first thing you should think of is removing the square root sign, because we cannot use it like this. So to remove the square root sign, we are going to square both sides of the equation. By squaring this side which has the square root sign, by squaring it is going to simply cancel out the square root sign. So from here we are going to have 2m plus 7 equal to m plus 1, all that squared. Okay, so now we have finally removed the square root sign. So since we are to find m, we have m plus 1 squared on your right hand side. So we also have to expand that because we cannot find m with it like that. So we need to expand it. So it's going to be 2m plus 7 equal to, so m plus 1 squared is simply m plus 1 times m plus 1. So we have two brackets now. We multiply the two of them. So 2m plus 7 equal to, now we have m times m, which is simply m squared, plus m times 1, which is m, plus 1 times m, which is still m, and finally 1 times 1, which is plus 1. So we are having 2m plus 7 equal to m squared plus 2m plus 1. Okay, now we have a quadratic equation. So since we are finding the value of m, we can bring the equations to one side to form a single quadratic equation and solve it easily from there. So we can simply send the terms on the left hand side to the right hand side. Since we have more terms on the right hand side, so we are going to just send everything to the right hand side. So we are going to have m squared plus 2m plus 1. Now we are sending 2m to the right hand side, so it's going to be minus 2m, and we are sending positive 7 to the right hand side, so it's going to be minus 7. Remember, if you send something to the other side of the equation, its sign changes. So here we were having initially positive 2m and positive 7. Now we are having minus 2m and minus 7. So all this is still equal to 0. Now we are going to be bringing like terms together. We can see that 2m and minus 2m are like terms, and 1 and minus 7 are also like terms, so we are going to simplify them. So 2m will simply cancel minus 2m. 2 minus 2 is 0. 2m minus 2m is 0. So we have m squared plus 1 minus 7 now. M squared plus 1 minus 7 equal to 0. So now we are going to simplify 1 minus 7. 1 minus 7 is simply minus 6 equal to 0. Now we are just left with this simple equation, which is m squared minus 6 equal to 0. So the best thing we can do here, since we are looking for m, remember we have to make m the subject of the formula. So we can send minus 6 to the right hand side of the equation. So we have m squared equal to 6. Now we have a square. To remove this square, we simply take the square root. Remember above, in the beginning, we had a square root, and to remove the square root, we took the square of the equation. Now we have a square instead. To remove the square, we take the square root. So we are going to take the square root of m squared and the square root of 6. So we are taking the square root on both sides. Above, we took the square on both sides. So everything we do it on both sides. So this square root will cancel out this square, and now we are going to be left with m equal to the square root of 6. So if you like, you can simplify this. You can calculate the exact value of the square root of 6, but I would just prefer to leave mine like this. So this is all for this question. It's a very simple and straightforward question. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.